Hello everyone, John Odom, drum and percussion teacher with Groove of Passion Drum Lessons here, and today I'm filming another video. This video is going to continue the series that I started recently on using the stick control book to build and improve on limb independence and also working on our timekeeping skills as well. Okay, so this series is being taken from the stick control book. And if you don't have this book, whether you're an experienced drummer, if you're a new student just starting out, learning how to play, I highly recommend this book. Okay, this book is considered to be one that is like the Bible for drummers. It's very important, iconic book, and so if you don't have it, I recommend you pick it up. I'm going to continue today working on page 5. Okay, which page 5 is the first page of exercises. In the previous lesson, previous video, I demonstrated on how to play your hand patterns, which the first 3 pages of exercises, they're all 2 measures, and they're all 1/8 notes. What changes in each exercise is whether it's single strokes, double strokes, and it's the different combinations between the right and left hand, That's where the challenge comes in. So today, instead of just playing the bass drum on count 1 and count 3, we're going to take the next step forward in this. And we're actually going to play I'm going to demonstrate how to play the bass drum on all 4 quarter notes. Now, this is important because as you work through these exercises, as you build up your independence between your hands and feet, this will allow you to play more complex grooves. Not that what we play all the time is super complex. However, like I teach my students, the more different patterns you can play, the different variations on grooves and fills, the more you can contribute to music. And of course, the more different patterns and grooves that we know how to play, the more songs we have to choose from, which is important in our growth as musicians. So today I'm going to start with number 6, And number 6, the hand pattern here, again, these are all 1/8 notes, is right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. Incidentally, number 6, this hand pattern, these are known as inward paradiddles, So number 6 is going to be played just like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's how the hand pattern goes. Now, as I mentioned in the first video, if you need to break this down, you don't have to play everything at once. If you can, fantastic. Then maybe you're an experienced drummer and you already understand how to get the hands and feet working together. A lot of my students are beginners, so they're not able to play everything all at one time. So I suggest this to everybody who watches these videos and tackles this, You can break it down if you need to. I'm going to demonstrate how to play the bass drum on all 4 quarter notes, but I'm going to do this 2 notes at a time, Just like this. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. Notice I'm counting. And that is the best way to understand where I'm in the measure everything falls. You got to know where those quarter notes are. Always. You're playing 4/4 time music, any song on 4/4 time, you always have to know where those quarter notes are. So that's how we do that. It's by counting. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the hi-hat on 2 and 4 with my left foot. This is why this is an important skill to have, because when we're playing a song, let's say you're playing a song and you're in the verse, oftentimes the verse you'll start off on the hi-hat. A lot of times the verses are quieter. So you got a groove going, you're playing on the hi-hat. Let's say you come to the end of the verse. Oftentimes we'll play a fill, maybe we'll crash on one, we switch over to the ride cymbal. As soon as your right hand goes to ride cymbal, you've now opened up your hi-hat. So you can play it on 2 and 4 with the snare. You can, oftentimes, depending on the song, I'll play the hi-hat on 1/4 notes. Seen some drummers, they'll play the hi-hat on 1/8 notes, okay? But your hi-hat is now, it's a voice that you need to have in your groove. So don't leave it out. And that's why when I first started this, from the very first lesson, we're playing the hi-hat. We're not going to leave it out, okay? So this is how number 6 would be played. Bass drum on all 4 quarter notes, hi-hat on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 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 and 4. Once you can play that pattern comfortably, and the goal for all these exercises, okay, should be to be able to play them all the way through with no hiccups, meaning you don't have to stop. Again, when you're first learning these, if you need to play 2 notes at a time, if you need to play just bass drum, if you need to play just hi-hat, let you hear how this would sound with the bass drum playing quarter notes, hi-hat on 2 and 4, just like this. I'm going to count this as 1/8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Some of you may need to get used to just playing that, especially a beginner. Okay, now the reason why this is important to be able to play bass drum on all 4 quarter notes is because if you want to play a 4 on the 4 groove, all right, and there's quite a few songs that have that groove, then you got to be used to playing that bass drum on all 4 quarter notes, not just 1 and 3. So that's why these exercises are so vital, okay? All right, so now the next step, once you can play this exercise, let it flow without hiccups, is your metronome, working on timekeeping. So see, this is really a multifaceted exercise. We're working on our limb independence, right? Getting our hands and feet to do, work independently at the same time. We're working on our timekeeping. Once we add the metronome, now we're adding another hugely important element for every single drummer that plays the drum kit, is being able to keep a steady tempo. I'm starting at 60 beats per minute. Now, if you feel like, hey, you know what, 60 is too fast, bring it down to 45, 50, 55 beats per minute. That's perfectly fine. When you build up the speed, and yes, you want to be able to build up the speed. Don't just play every exercise at 60 and that's all you can do. If you don't spend some time on this, and let me say one thing about this whole lesson series and becoming a musician, that's whatever instrument you play, not just drums. This is an endless marathon. It's not a sprint, okay? So don't get in a hurry. Don't try to rush through these, because you're only hurting yourself. If everyone who watches these videos and goes through this, if you'll take the time to really learn, and this is not a deep theoretical concept, but if you'll take the time to really work on these exercises, you'll benefit greatly. You will see your drumming just get much better. You'll have more confidence behind the kit, okay? So number 6, 60 beats per minute. It's going to sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's number 6. As you continue to work through these, I'm going to go to page 6. Next page over. And I'll just start with number 26. Second exercise on the page. Okay. It's played like this. Right, right, left, right, right, right. Sorry, let me try that again. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, left. So it's a combination of single strokes and double strokes. Okay. You've got a double stroke in the first part of the measure, the first 2 beats. And then you have what is a basically reverse paradiddle. Okay. It's 2 double strokes and then 2 single strokes, which is really reverse paradiddle. And so it's a cool little exercise. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump the metronome up for this one to 65 beats per minute. Okay. And it's going to go just like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 So that is the whole exercise. Bass drum on quarter notes, hi-hat on 2 and 4. Again, if you're not able to do that right away, break it down. You can play just bass drum. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Once you're comfortable with that, add the hi-hat on 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, incidentally, if you need to leave the bass drum out, just the snare drum and hi-hat together, that's fine. You can break these exercises down, whatever works best for you. Don't ever feel obligated that every time you start a new pattern that you have to play the whole pattern together. You don't ever have to do that. When we're learning these, you can go through them at your pace, but you want to be consistent with your practice, all right? Very important. And you want to make sure that you're understanding and getting the flow. It's all about getting a flow. Just like when we're playing a song. When you're playing a song, you're playing a groove, and as you go through the different sections of the song, if you're going to play a fill, you got to be prepared to play that fill. You got to play that fill on time. You got to start the fill on time, stop it on time, or transition back to the groove. So that's really what I want you guys to learn here, okay? So as you watch these videos, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My contact information will be on the video. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please give me a like. I appreciate that. And also hit that notification bell to go ahead and get, because I will be filming more lessons, so you'll be aware of when they come out. Also, feel free to share this on Facebook, social media. That's perfectly fine. I want to spread the word and help as many people as I can. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.